Hello again. Here we are in section 1.4. We're going to evaluate algebraic expressions. Back on one of the videos, I had my first PowerPoint slide. It had an error. It didn't have an S on it, so I have fixed that. Anyway, we are going to replace variables with numbers and then use order of operations from there. Well, if needed. I think we'll be doing that on each one. All right, so for y, I put in a 3. Right, because y equals 3. It's 2 times z. You should always put parentheses in when you substitute to just help you keep track of what's going on, and it'll make sure that you keep the operations the way they should be. Z is 5, so I'm going to put a 5 here in that denominator. So in the numerator, I just take the parentheses off. 2 times 5 is 10, and we're done. That's it. Now this next one says the absolute value of 5z minus 2x. So we have to keep those absolute value bars until we get just one number. So in this we have 5 times z, which is 5, 2 minus 2 times x, and x is 1. And so inside we're going to do some simplifying. We're going to multiply 5 times 5. 2 times 1 is 2. And so we have the absolute value of 23, and that equals 23. All right, next example. All right, so now we have a y squared, so we're going to take this up a notch here. And for the y goes 8. Y equals 8. So we're going to take 8 and square it, or take it to the second power. And 12 goes in for my x. X equals 12. And y this time is an 8, right? We have an 8 again. All right, so we're going to use order of operations, which says we have to take the 8 to the second power, and that's 64. Now we can combine some steps here. Since there's a minus and then multiplication, I'm going to take the 3 times 12, and that's 36. And I'll just take the parentheses off the 8. All right, so now we have 64 plus 8. And that's 72. I like to add the two numbers together and then do the subtraction, right? So then I'm going to subtract. Or maybe we should go left or right. I think it works out the same way. Let's just go left or right. All right, so we have 64 minus 36, and that's 28, plus 8, and we end up with 36. All right, so this one has several things going on. It has a grouping symbol of a division bar, and so we're going to replace each variable with the number that corresponds to that. So that's going to be an 8 squared again, like we had on the previous question, plus x. X is 12. We're going to have x squared, so 12 squared plus 3 times y, and y is 8. All right, so then we do some simplifying in our numerator. That's 64 plus 12. I just took the parentheses off of the 12 and took 8 squared. 12 squared is 144, and that's plus 24. All right, so I'm going to kind of take this up here to have a little more space. So 64 and 12 would be 76. 144 and 24 would be 168. Let's see, and I think that's going to simplify. Maybe not. Well, at least by a 2, right? So let's just take 76 and divide it by 2. Maybe a 4. Let's see. Yeah, I think a 4. Let's try dividing it by 4. Or maybe we'll just factor it some. So 2 times 76 is 2 times 38. 38 is 2 times 19. So I'm just going to do this because I don't really know what the common factor is. It looks like it's probably going to be a 4. 168 would be 2 times, you guys can use your calculators here, 84. And 84 is 2 times 42. Whoops, I'm not going to write the 42 yet. Oh, come back. Let's see, 42 is 2 times 21. 3 times 7. Now we can check this. That's 8 times 21, and I believe that worked out correctly. When you're factoring this, just use your calculators to see what you end up with. All right, so we can take out these 2's because that equals 1. Right? 2, actually that's a 4, 2 times 2. And then we have 19, and we're left with 42 in the denominator. All right, this video is going to be a little bit longer because I'm going to go ahead and work out these last 2 questions. All right, so 6 is 6 a solution? Well, we check that, right? So we're going to put 6 in for x, anywhere that it appears, and just do a simple calculation. So this side is 12 plus 7. This side is 18. So 19 equals 18. Nope, 19 does not equal 18, so it is not a solution. All right, one more of those. Okay, same thing. We're going to put 1 in for x because we're asking, is 1 a solution of 4 equals 5 minus x? So 4 equals 5 minus 1. 4 equals 4. That checks. So yes, 1 is a solution. Okay, and so we're all finished now with 1.4, and this will be posted for you guys, and I hope that you're watching these videos.